Hi, I'm Ryan for Ryan's Guitar Stuff, and today's video is it's a long one, but it's not a review or anything, but it's just products I own basically. So this is my 2018 gear roundup for what I own and what I've gotten in the last year or so. I've actually gotten a lot of gear in the last year comparative to last time. So what I actually use every day is basically what's going to be in this video, or just my own stuff for sound purposes and etc. The reason I'm doing this is for the pure reason that websites like Quickboard and stuff like that, I use it myself for basically putting up my gear and all that stuff, but it's not actually that factual. So for example, Rob Chapman has a lot of reviews out there, and a lot of the videos he has up there are of guitars he's basically reviewed, but half of them he doesn't own, for example. So for example, I don't believe he owns like the Fireman, which is Ibanez Paul Gilbert signature, but on the Quickboard their video evidence of him saying he has one is basically the demonstration of him demoing the guitar. So it's not very factual at the same time, so I'm basically just doing a roundup of stuff I own and what I thought of that kind of stuff. I'll start with the most recent edition. Yeah, it actually is the most recent edition of my sound equipment, I might as well say, is this. So this is my Ibanez AZ224FBIG. I swear it's been made as a joke that Ibanez guitar codes are Wi-Fi codes. Feckin' holds up, it does. This guitar has a HSS, and I haven't done anything to this guitar. I love modern guitars and all. There's only actually, scratch that, there's few things I had to do. One was clean up the fretboards. There was a bit of gunk on it. It was like sticker, the residue that's left over from the sticker was on it. A quick polish got rid of it. I just polished up the frets to keep them nice and shiny. They were already polished, but they just needed another polish because I was changing the strings and they just needed another lift. And another thing I did, and I'll get it in close, see if I can get it in. I loaded the pole piece on the G string for the pure reason that the pickups weren't that balanced from the get-go. Since I balanced them, they actually sound a lot better to my ear. So the neck feels lovely. I love this guitar. I'm not going to change anything on this guitar. I did actually have a look inside the cavity, and it's a lot more simpler. Well, it's a lot more complex on the switching side of things. But the pickups are just... I was expecting extra ground wires and that kind of stuff out of it. It's actually not. It's just simple two wires alive in the ground for the two single coils, and I presume the humbucker, being a higher end humbucker, would have 4 wires coming off it, but you get the idea. The main idea of this guitar is the switching options, and it is lovely. Lovely, lightweight, would recommend. So, the next guitar So this is my Telecaster, and I made this in a sense. So that was a quick little sound of it. I need to figure out what's going on with that jack on this. But yeah, anyway, quick overview of this. Brass nut, standard machine heads, and Kinman 60. It's in my review when I was building this, but I can't remember off the top of my head. They're a really nice set of pickups. They are very bright in the bridge, but very round and warmed in the neck. And I fixed the wiring on this because I wired it out of face by mistake, and then when I went in to check the neck pickup, it's a long story, but I originally got a guy to wire this, and he cut the wires very short, so I couldn't even see what it had. A ground and a live, 2 grounds and 1 live coming down the neck, and I couldn't really see that. So when I wired it up, I kind of made a balls of it myself. So this is this guitar, and yeah, this guitar is kind of sentimental because it's the neck of my very first electric guitar. So I kind of love this guitar for the pure reason that it's been with me since the beginning, and it's a really nice guitar now that I've done electronics and other stuff to them. Also, there's a little badge on the back of it here. I'm not sure if I said this at any point, but it says I can resist everything except temptation. So it's kind of a little joke to myself. Also, I stuck on an Epiphone badge here because a while ago I was doing another guitar, and the Epiphone, it was an Epiphone Les Paul Jr. I think it was, the Special 2. And the neck plate I kept on it because I was like, I'm going to use on something, it's a piece of metal. So I kind of find it fitting that it's on a T-type guitar and it's Epiphone, so it's kind of funny to me. So this is my guitar that I refer to as mod on the channel. I haven't really done much to it. That's a lie, I've done a lot. So the work I've done to it is machine heads, new nuts, wiring, the 7-way switching mod, and the new neck on it as well. Work that I have gotten done because I didn't have the tools at the time and I didn't know how to do them. The scallop, and I think after I got the scallop done, I then went about doing the scallop myself. That was a very, very early video. I think that was one of the first videos on the channel. And then the other one is, it's now a hardtail, so there's no trem in this guitar at all. So yeah, I'll quickly go through one sound on this. Also, the 7-way switch is to bring in the neck pickup in the bridge position. So yeah, you got your 5 normal way switching. Then in the bridge position you can bring in the neck, and then in the second position you can have all 3 pickups on. It's a really nice, useful thing. And then the second one, which is my other Strat, all the work on this was done by me this time, so I can fully stand by this guitar and say all the work is by me. Also, the neck has been sanded down to a ridiculous 2,500 grit, so it's like silk on the neck. If like at a certain point that if you're holding it, it kind of gets a glass shimmer to it. It's really unusual. Anyway, the sound out of the bridge position, and then if you switch on the neck. I'm not going to go through a whole sound demo of each guitar really, but this is a personal favourite of me. It was I think a 2017, 16, sorry, my mistake. I think it is 16 anyway. Limited edition green sparkle paint job they did. You might have seen it last year on the channel with 2 humbuckers. I still have the humbuckers, funny enough, but I like single coils more. Except for the Ibanez, I do love a HSS. Which, funny enough, saying humbuckers and all, brings me on to my next guitar. Oh, and also, forgot to say, this guitar actually has a big trem block. Not sure how well it will show up on video, but there's a large trem block for sustain and tuning. That's the reason for the new trem on this. So this is my kind of showboating guitar, in the sense of like, not many people have this kind of guitar, if you get me. So this is a copy of Crash 1, which is Clapton's guitar. I'll stick up a picture of Clapton with it. And some of the things that are different on this guitar, and I'm not liking them, is the neck for one. It's a really like 58 kind of profile. It's like a baseball chunk neck. I thought I would like it and grow into it. I'm kind of not. The rosewood fretboard, I like rosewood, so it's not bothering to me. What's lacking is the fret heights. The fret heights are really low for me personally. Some people like low frets and low action. I like high frets. I like not feeling the fretboard when I'm playing. And this, I can really feel the fretboard, and it's very uncomfortable. Hence why the Ibanez has jump up frets, and one of the reasons I love it. And the red Strat has a scallop, and I love that as well. Some things that this guitar shines at though is Well, just having the HSH. So like it has a nice sound, and other things as well. Like the tuners are kind of brushed because I painted them copper at one stage to do a steampunk project, and this guitar was off the same project, hence the reason of the brown paint on the back. Oh yeah, I forgot, I had to take out the battery cavity, so you can kind of see from the battery cavity what this guitar is going to be. If not, I'll just say I'm eventually going to get a set of noiseless pickups for this. Battery cavity is going to be used. It's going to be the active mid boost circuitry, so, and a maple fretboard because I like maple. If it doesn't have jumbo frets, I will put jumbo frets in it, and locking tuners, and then the Wilkinson trem that I will be actually making a video on how to retrofit one into a Affinity, since they're like a quarter of an inch smaller, and that's about 7mm to people that use metric, so it's quite a difference. And yeah, I'll do that in the future, because this for example, I said the Telecaster was off my first guitar. This is actually the body off my second guitar. The neck is actually, the neck that was on this was the neck in the scallop video, and that was left out in the shed one night. I think I was burning, or I was doing something similar. It could have been with, no, I was burning it, because I was using that to demonstrate burning that neck, because I've burned it off camera. And what happened was, it got woodworm in it, and I just couldn't treat it, so I had to be thrown out, and that's why I had to put this neck on this. So this is my fretless bass. I haven't done much on the channel about this bass, I don't think. I've talked about the fretless conversion in Jamie. That video hasn't even gone live, I don't think. What this is, it was a SX bass, and I wanted a fretless, and I was like, what's the work involved? How much is a new fretless? And it was working out that it was cheaper just to buy. It was just easier to buy a new, sorry, not buy a new, it was easier just to take the frets out and just make it fretless, since that is what I wanted. I still need to do the intonation with the nut, that hasn't been done yet. I have round strings on it, and I freaking adore them. Wilkinson machine heads, Switchcraft switch, CTS pots, and 2 jazz pickups. It's angled because that was the pickup cavity. Chrome hardware, just because I think it actually looks nicer than what originally was on it, which was gold. And then the last one should be the acoustic. So this is my acoustic. It's Mason MS M1 SCE, and I haven't played it that much. So it's a solid top with laminate back and sides, and a really thick slab wood body in a sense, and slab fingerboard in a sense. You can see how thick the fingerboard is, and yeah. Oh, so clear pickguard as well, and I love the sound out of this. Forgive me if the guitars aren't in tune. This is just a quick video demonstrating different guitars. There's a slight bit of fretbows out of it if you pick real hard, but I kind of like that. That's the sound I wanted. And yeah, it's just a really nice acoustic guitar. They retail for about $480, I think, around that mark. I can't really remember. The price probably has gone up since. And also, this is a rosewood fretboard guitar as far as I can tell. So, and rosewood headstock. So it's even harder to get nowadays with sighties, but I can't really give out about it. It's a lovely guitar. Something that has gone up for me personally is I'll get the other guitar in a bit. I'll get this crap in here done first. Well, crap by stuff. The stuff that's gone up for me is pedals. I'm not going to show you them because they're off camera at the moment, but they're stuff I've done on the channel before. So I've got a Digitech Polara. I think it's a chorus. You know what? I'll show them real quick, so in front of me, and then you can see what yourself, and I'll name them real quick. Okay, so you can see them in front of me. So this is a Super Chorus by Boss. I wanted the chorus pedal at the time, and that was the only one they had in stock, and it actually suited my it suited my sound perfect. It was actually a really nice pedal. I would highly recommend this pedal if anyone was looking for a chorus. And then reverb, I wanted the reverb unit on the ground. I didn't want to go rely on amp reverb if my dream amp and sorry, excuse me, if I didn't like the reverb section in an amp, the digital one or whatever, this came in second hand at the shop for €80, and yeah, it's a great reverb unit, and it also has a really nice reverse sig. There's loads of stuff in this. There's like room, plate, reverse, modulate, halo, room, hall and spring. And yeah, it's just a really nice reverb pedal. Tuner by Didario. What can I say? But it's small, compact, and it's a really good tuner. I got this over the Boss one because it's simple, small, compact, and there's just 2 buttons on it: on, off, and pitch. That's all I really want in the tuner, and it suits me perfectly. Next is the Green Mile. This is a, well, you can kind of guess by, it's a, I could be right in saying a drive. It's a green drive of sorts, so you can kind of guess from what that. It's really nice, small, compact, and for the price to size, it's really good. I got it for 80, and it's a really nice sound. You can buy them cheaper elsewhere from where I got it, but that's just what I've seen. And yeah, I would fully recommend these. Next one is the Bends, which is compression. I still find that hilarious that Fender went out of the way to call one of their pedals the Bends, and the Bends is compression sickness, and it's a compressor. Yay! So yeah, I got this because I wanted to compress my signal, make all the volume sound equal, and yeah, it was the best way to go for me personally. Next one is the Super Octave OC3. I want, during my birthday, I had some money. I wanted to get a different type of pedal, something more experimental, and I found an octave pedal was the perfect thing for me personally. I've used it. I haven't done a review on it yet. That is coming in the future. But yeah, it's a really nice pedal all the same, and a lovely paint job on it, by the way. And this is the Rusty Fuzz. This was one of the first pedals I bought, and there's also a Vox Wall. Straight out of the box, got the fuzz sound I wanted. I'm not saying it's the best fuzz pedal in the world, but it got the sound I was looking for real quick. I am going to look up what else I got that day. Oh, right, yeah. So some stuff I've sold, I'll just quickly go over this since last year, was a Thunderbird bass that I relicked, a blues driver. I wasn't really a big fan, and when I got this was exactly what I wanted, and the blues driver wasn't. So it's that kind of thing. And a Ridgewood A20, which I traded for some cash off the Mason. Mason was close to the sound I wanted, and still is my dream sound. So yeah, there's some things I've sold. I got rid of my Joyo drive pedal, which was called the Vintage Overdrive, and yeah, that was how can I say, not the best drive, but it got you a good weight there for the price. And yeah, I made that into send and return on off switch pedal. So that was for a project that I might be doing in the future. I'm not sure yet, but that was that. And I still have my American sound pedal by Harley Benton, but I don't really use it. These are mainly the pedals I use in front of me. And yeah, I'll put these back and then grab the next 3 things I would use, but I don't use recordingly, but I'll just say them real quick. Actually, you know what? There are 3 ukuleles. One's is a Kerala, one's is a Brunswick, and one is a chord ukulele kit. The kit one is the one I'll actually show, because the other ones Okay, this is the ukulele kit, and as you can see, there's kind of a nice shine off it. It will not be in tune. Not in tune one bit. Some of the ways to cheap out on these kits are tuners. The strings are lovely. The strings are Diodario, funny enough. And yeah, I carved the neck into more of a D profile. It's really round, like that kind of thing. I personally like it. It's kind of similar to Ibanez with that kind of D profile. Some things I did do was I did carve the heel into kind of a dome shape. I'm not sure how well. This is turning out pure white on the video by the look now, but I don't know how it'll turn out in editing. And bridge, I lowered myself to the action was adequate, and put the neck on, glued it, shaped it, and yeah, I like it. It's not the best ukulele in the world, but it was a birthday present and I freaking adored making it. Then the other two are the Brunswicks I fixed up on the channel before, and then the Kerala, which is just a 20€ ukulele that I got just for messing about on. And funny enough, I've never bought a ukulele in my life, and I have 3 of them. The Brunswick was a trade, so I traded something for it. Oh, sorry, the Kerala was a trade, not the Brunswick. The Brunswick was given because it arrived broken and I fixed it up, and this was a gift. So I've never traded cash for a ukulele. I need to someday, because I want to get a nice one just for like recording purposes and just having something that stays in tune, because it's really annoying going out of tune all the time. Okay, and real quick, just stuff that I don't have in the room. If I do have in the room, I'm not taking it out because I don't know where for the love of it is. Stuff that I use are VSTs. I use quite a few VSTs to all list on the channel in videos. All VSTs that I will say in reviews that I've kept. And the only one that I haven't kept so far is the Ace Sound one. And the reason I didn't keep that was for the pure reason that it was donationware. So that was Ace by Shattered Glass Audio. It wasn't really a virus, but it picked up as a virus because it's donationware, and I didn't really like. It was a nice sound, but I didn't really like having it on my PC per se. Other stuff I use are the Katana 50 down there. I love the amp; it's a great amp. With the Tone Central VST, it's not VST app. It's real nice to dial in your sound and have full access over the controls and everything. The sound interface that I use is a Rubik's 22 by Roland. Also, I have 13 harmonicas. You might say, why 13 when there's only 12 keys? I've got 2 Cs. I don't know why. So, like, here's a C harmonica I just have lined about just to play Ruby. Message for You by... Oh, what's their names? It's not Madness, it's The Specials, that's what it was. I couldn't think of the name. But yeah, I played this, so like, hold on. So that's as far as my harmonica extent goes. I'm probably playing it really badly, but it's mainly if I get bored and I'm like, oh, harmonica, I'll give that a go for like 10 seconds, and that's my fixed. So yeah, that's that. I have 12 just for the pure reason if I need to do a harmonica melody in any key, I have them at hand. I use slides, I use Dunlop slides, I use Boston slides, which are, I'll just show you, and then I use a spin slide, the brass one. So I use these milk jug slides. This is the Billy Gibbon one. It is extraordinarily expensive for a slide. I'll show you why it's extraordinarily expensive. This is the slide I love using. This is a test tube. This was a £5. This was about €20. You see what I'm saying? Anyway, it goes down to personal preference. I just like the thinner walled slides. Then the last thing is the big finale of the other guitar that's not in this room. I'll go get it. So this is the behemoth. I don't know why I bought a double neck. but I did. Oh god, still smells lovely. So, this is my double neck. Not many people can say that. Still find it funny I have a double neck. Anyway, what's on this that's needs to be done, and I'll probably get around to it tomorrow if I'm not editing videos. The wires need to be switched around on this, just to make sure they're the proper way. Because the way I wanted it was neck pickup, middle pickup. So like in the forward position, and you can see that I have these going up and down. I wanted to have a like neck, middle, bridge, which seems sensible. And then this one to be like top guitar, bottom guitar. Seems sensible to have it that way. So I think I got this one wired right, and these feel really shoddy. And the rest of them are wired completely wrong. So that's to be done. And the other thing that has to be done is the nuts. I got halfway through one day and put it away and just never got around to finishing the nuts. So you can see that one is bone and the other is like a plastic kind of colour. They're both different shades. So yeah, that needs to be finished. Yeah, they're a nice height. The fret is, I got it down really low in comparison. And something else that I've done is, so you can see here is a coin. I inlaid a coin. It's a 2011 coin, and the reason I did that was because I needed to move the strap pin, because this thing neck dives like well, yeah, it just neck dive. So you imagine like an SG neck dive, imagine that twice as bad, because two guitars. So yeah, that has been my lineup of guitars for 2018. Anyway, yeah, that's been the lineup. I hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, it's been an interesting year. Some good purchases like the Ibanez pickups examples, and getting me Telecaster back because I love it, and some not as good. I need to fix that. That is pure trash. The fretwork on it is nice and it plays lovely, but by god they are low frets. And the pickguard assembly was €11. Sounds dirt. The neck pickups on these sound really good though. I'm doing this weird thing. Anyway, so I've been Ryan for Ryan's Guitar. This was a lengthy video unfortunately. But yeah, see you next time. Bye.